you.
All right, so let's find that recording. And
Record.
all right, welcome to our Coach Partner Program, Phase 2. This is an overview of all of the training and tools that we have for you to coach other coaches. Now, let me see. Now, why are we calling them coaches? Well, everybody's had a coach. We've all had coaches in our life, and those are what inspire us to do more, be more. And once you've had a coach, it's often you want to become a coach. Now, in coaching phase 1, we're going to recap what tools we offered you. Randy's going to go over those tools just briefly and where they're located on your app in your back office. We're going to talk through all of the materials we have today for coaching your coaches in phase 2, but we're going to focus in on what I call the 3 most critical for anybody new to master. That is the Get It Started training. Neil's going to go through that today. We also, by the way, on the Vimeo channel do have that video of Brian going through the GST as well. Neil's going to talk through 3-way calls and welcome calls, because truly, if you master those 3, you're well on your way to coaching other coaches. And then there's more to come. And you've heard me say it, we're going to be having a certification program. Randy's going to talk a little bit about that. I've been proofing it, and it's very exciting. There's 12 modules, 35 videos. We're going to have so much more than any other company. And why are we saying coaching? Well, if you're not willing to be coached, then it means you're not willing to be developed. And I love this quote by Fast Company here at the bottom. It says, coaching isn't therapy. Coaching is product development, and you are the product. So I just love that quote because it's so true. I've told Neil this in the past. I spend every morning from 6 a.m. to 6:30 reading on personal development for myself, because we're never done. We are always improving. So think of coaching others as helping them become a better version of themselves. Now, coaching for success. What is it again? This is a recap. You can watch the video from a month ago, but coaching is a system to help everyone better connect with their customers and better connect with their team to help them achieve results. It is literally like a blueprint. We are giving you tools on what to say, when to say it, how to follow up with your customer. What if they're having a challenge? What if they have an objection? What if they have a question? We have all of that for your customers, and starting today, we will have this for your coaches as well. And then more tools will be coming as we continue to build out our coaching program and our certification program. Now, again, why are we calling this coaching? Well, interest in coaching is growing. You saw this last month in the phase 1. Google Trends show that the general public interest in health coaching has continued to grow each and every year since 2008, all the way up through 2020, and it's continuing to grow. And there are reasons for that, because it works. In the United States alone, in 2017, coaching was worth a lot of money, $6.14 billion. It was up from 15% in 2014. The coaching market is expected to continue to grow at a rate of 5.4%, reaching almost $8 billion this year alone. Weight loss coaching is almost 738 million and is expected to reach $1 billion this year. Now, we all know from the pandemic that obesity continues to grow. We know that body positivity continues to grow, and that is all great. But you know what's not great? The negative health effects. And that's what we are here to help with. That blood sugar, the gut health, the mood, the inflammation, the pain. We are more than just weight loss. And with these programs, we're going to give you tools to help your customers and your coaches have better results. And just think, if you can call yourself a coach, isn't that cool too? I'm now going to turn it back to Randy just to walk you through a quick recap of what we launched in phase 1.
Thank you, Audrey, and welcome everybody. This is exciting times, and we're going to talk about coaching. And first, let's really, as Audrey said, do a quick recap. And I really, truly hope that as coaches, you have already done this yourself as working with your customers, right? And because the first thing of being a good coach is learning how to coach yourself and ensure you are doing what's necessary so you're duplicating success and not continuing a spiral of failure. So good coaches make sure they coach themselves and rely on myself, rely on Audrey, rely on Neil, rely on the people that you can connect with to make sure that you're staying on top of your game. That is the key, because you are the inspiration to other people's success as well as your own. So let's look at some of the things very quickly that we talked to. So you have a guide and a checklist, so you don't have to guess what to do. You can follow the guide. Crafting your story. Crafting your story is one of the most critical pieces. Right? You don't have to already accomplish results. People tell me all the time that, well, once I get to my goal, I'm going to be able to attract people. Well, you don't have to wait to get to your goal. You tell your story, you're in process. That's how you attract people, as you go through it together and you support each other, right? Know your customer, know your client, know what you're doing as well. And this is the same things are going to apply as you're coaching coaches. Know the people that you're coaching, know what makes them tick. Right? Really, really internalize for yourself and for them what they want to accomplish. See it as your responsibility to work with them to do that, as long as they're doing the work. You have the welcome letter, you have the welcome letter in the kits, and then you'll be able to determine which program is right for your customer by talking to them and going through the process. You have the social media tips, getting the word out, and that's just telling your story. You don't have to do a whole bunch of other stuff other than telling your story and attracting the people to you that want to truly do something different with their lives. And the check-in, right? Checking in, follow up, making sure that there's something interesting happens when your customers and your coaches know that you're following up. They will tend to do more. They may only do it at the last minute, knowing they have to report in, but at least it gets done. And you have the daily tracker, overcoming objections. And again, once you really craft your story, and if you really internalize and working with your people, you won't experience objections in the way that you may have in the past. You got your nutrition tips, your mood, food, and attitude, which is critical. The power of exercise, tracking results, and your food diary so you can keep track of what you're doing. So those are the tools that are there. And what you'll see as we go forward and we keep moving is that all these tools are in your back office, right? So please go in your back office, go to the training tab, and go down to the coaching docs, and you'll be able to see everything that's there, and also what we're doing today will also be uploaded there as well. So everything is there in your back office. You also have the Jump to Health Executive Group, right? So you can go there for more information and everything that you need, your files, everything is there as well. So please utilize the tools that you have. As you can see, you can manage your group, and you can see all the tools are there for you to use. So please use the tools. Right? Print them out, do whatever you need to do, but make sure that you use them, get familiar with them, and let it become part of, because remember, everything you do or don't do is what gets duplicated. So you get to see what kind of results that you get based on your actions. So if you're not doing it, please do not expect the people that you're coaching to do it, because they'll be able to know that you're not. So that is critical for us to do. And I think we're going to, a CPA, which I think is really cool. Coach, partner, achiever, right? So we become that inspiration to truly work with other people, help them get to where they want to go. This is phase 2 of coaching coaches, because you are their partner. And so as their partner, really working with them. So how do you build your team, right? You build your team through your own personal intentions. And if your intention is to serve and make a difference, right? As you see here, coaching is a universal language of change and learning. And I'm going to harp on this all the time. It starts with us. It starts with who you are, right? And so that's what's going to attract other people. A great coach not only inspires, but supports and encourages others to get results. So when you are more concerned about people reaching their goals than you reaching your own, right? When you stop the energy of getting people and really looking at how you can serve and make that difference in their lives, This is not a game, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about people's lives in a time in this world right now where people need support more than ever, right? So this is really our opportunity to serve, make a difference, help people to get healthy, help them to increase their financials as well as we go along this journey. Okay, so as we move on to the next one, I love it, right? Coach, partner, achiever, right? So when you look at all of the tools that you have, and we're doing this in bits and pieces. So again, if you have not thoroughly ingested coaching your customers, please go back, get that under your belt so you can move on to the next phase, right? And so when you look at your team, the coaching program and the guide, and why we're different, right? We know that we're different, but how do we share it? And here's why we're different. But the biggest thing that people are going to feel, the biggest thing that they will feel is your energy, your enthusiasm, and your excitement. So if that's not any different, then we're not going to be able to overcome concerns and objections. We have the getting started guide, and you'll get really trained on that. Neil will do a bang up job on that as we go through that today. And again, most of you will have already experienced that bronze VIP blueprint. If you're coaching, I would strongly suggest that be your own first goal, and you obtain that as quickly as humanly possible. You want to coach people, then you have to be the demonstration of possibility. You have a silver blueprint, a gold blueprint, leadership blueprint. Everything is there for you. The only thing that's missing is your desire and what you bring to it. So if you bring the energy and everything to it, you will get the results that you look for and more. And then you utilizing three-way calls, walking calls, coaching tips, it really is productivity, not versus activity. It's easy to say you're active, get on Facebook, la, 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 la. But what are you producing? What kind of results are you getting? That's the real deal. So also we'll have social media tips, virtual tasting parties, and there's so much, people now are so used to using Zoom, you can easily do that party. We have all kinds of things in the back office on that as well. Your 30-minute party and checklist, memory jogger, 60 guests, 6 minutes or more. And really, by the time you get to 60 guests, if you have done your work and have shared your story and really have driven into what it is that you want to do and how you want to do it, and really working with other people, if you get to 60 guests, I think you will be very, very pleased with more than pleased with the results that you have. So I'm going to now turn this right back over to Audrey.
Awesome. So as you can see, we've tried to create all of these program guides into simple 1-2 page, maximum 4 or 5 page downloadable documents. So you can go pick the one that you need to learn first or the one you're most interested in first. Now in this coaching program guide, I've printed it. We are going to show you again, summary of some of Randy's trainings, how to connect, how to have a conversation, and how to use that to have conversion, to help somebody become either a customer or a coach. And we're going to identify your whys. We're going to connect with your coach mentor. We tell you about the Tuesday, Thursday calls. And again, like on the welcome letters and on the GST, you can just scan it, QR code right to those Facebook pages and become a member or request to become a member. We've got how to create your list. Tells you to download those memory joggers. Again, you got 6 minutes, here's 60 guests. You have longer time, take that, download that memory jogger that's longer. The average person knows 600 people. You think you don't until you get to that memory jogger. And then you go, you know what? This is a great way to get out of my comfort zone. And remember that if I'm enthusiastic and I'm excited, I can tell anybody. And that's what I did. I wore my shirt down to my dry cleaner today. And she's like, what is inner fit? Guess what? I now have somebody I'm having a conversation with. And it's because I got out of my comfort zone. We tell you how to set up your e-wallet in this document, how to review your websites, how to find the app for your phone or your Android. Where is the Vimeo channel so you can go watch all of our videos? And where is our SoundCloud channel so you can literally go in and listen to any training we've done on how to read a food label or Why Neil in his opportunity calls. So you can find those there. And then don't forget, and it's in this little program guide, if you want a free purple shirt that says I'm a Jump to Health star and I'm Interfit, all you have to do is go to your app, watch the product video. So you go to your app, go to training, go to product, and just watch the video, read the fact sheet, either or both, and take the quiz. As soon as you finish a quiz, at the bottom of your app, there's a badges, and you get these badges. You can put them on social media. You can share that you've passed all 10, and you've now passed phase 1 certification. That's just phase 1 certification. And you'll get this t-shirt for free. So you can learn and earn for free. And that tells you how to do it in this program guide. We talk about Walk to Give. Gail Jaffe is doing a great initiative down in Florida. We're going to watch how this turns out, and maybe we will launch this globally. But what she is doing is working with her local food bank, local TV and PR companies, and getting the word out, and doing a special Walk to Give. And if somebody joins on Walk to Give and joins our program, they can walk and donate. We talk about the health journey and the wealth journey. Sign up for those 12 weeks of emails on your health. Sign up for 12 weeks of emails on how to get your income up, and how to know how to pay down bills, and what is a credit score, and all these things that you don't get taught in school. And then we say, hey, but last but not least, make a shake or a cake, and don't forget you're getting healthy. We give you our mission, vision, values. If you want to know who we are, they're right here. And we wrote them down so you can share those. And then we tell you, hey, before you start your own testimonial, take your before picture, take your before measurements, take your after picture. But most importantly, just show and tell. It's about why, how Jump is helping with inflammation and pain. Like 1 out of 2 people today is on a pain reliever. Somebody needs that anti-inflammation kit. And then we list all of the tools you're going to get in this program. Now, one of the things that we created was this overcoming objections document. And that's what it's called, but it's really, how is Jump to Health different? And here is why. So this document got created after we were on a prospect call. And somebody goes, can you just really break down why is Jump a better opportunity? And here's what I said. Yeah, you want to know why we're better? Cost to join. You can join for free. When you think of every objection about product, we've taken those away. We're natural, we cost less, we work, we taste good, and we help with the core health issues everybody is worried about. So we've taken away every objection in product. But now, here's how we've taken away every objection about starting an opportunity. Cost to join, free. You can start a business for free. And we have, yes, optional free enrollment packs that give you more value than the product in there at wholesale pricing, not just retail. But yeah, it's cost to join is free. You people who hate auto ships, guess what? All of our customers here get their own back office. They can manage their own auto ship. We call them smart ships because they save you money. But yeah, we don't make it impossible for you to pause it because you're going on vacation, or change it because you don't want that product anymore. You want to try something new. You can manage your own smart ship here. Complicated revenue or compensation plans. I roll my eyes. I was watching a new product company launch the other day, and they're talking about how they pay 50%, but they actually don't. With their CV, they pay 45% CV. So they're paying 50% on the 45%. It's just so many are complicated. We're not that. We're dollar for dollar. And it's right here in writing. So you can say that to somebody. We pay well at all levels, not just the top 1%. If you look at any other compensation plan and you've seen it on some of Randy's trainings, or compare it to binary or an affiliate program, you're going to make more money here than you are there. And why do we point this out? Don't take my word for it. The Direct Selling Association says that 80 to 85% of people are doing this part-time. They just want an extra 300, 500 or more per month. Now, yeah, your 1%ers, they want full-time income. We've got that too, but we pay better. And it tells you why. We have more perks and benefits. We talk through how customers get loyalty points they can use for free product or cash. We have coaches who get free product, 3 for free. And just a little fun fact, the average payout for a free product in June was $139. That's a lot. And think about it, you're not only getting your product free, you're saving at least that amount on groceries. So with 3 for free being our first rank, you can show people how they can put more money in their pocket. Join for free, get 3 customers, your product is free, and you're earning an income. Savings site, we talked through that living platform. Again, I was looking at another company today, and they're charging for a travel savings site that we are giving our customers and our executives for free. So if you want to go to an amusement park, if you want to go to a movie, if you want to go to a concert anywhere in the world, you're going to save money. So let's just say you save $25 a person at a concert. Family of 4, that's $100. Guess what? That's helping you live, and that's helping you afford your product. And then education. One of the many reasons we've won awards and continue to win awards is we provide education. Now, you just heard, if you join the Wealth Journey, 12 weeks of emails on your financial health. You join the Health Journey, 12 weeks of emails on your health. If you join the Thursday calls, you see we offer real information that they don't teach in school. So we're winning for our education, and that's here. Gimmicks and fad diets. It's one of the things I hate, is so many gimmicks out there. Eat this and anything you want and you'll still lose weight. It's not true. So we are not about gimmicks and fads. We are built on real nutrition, on Dr. Steve's 30 years experience as a PhD nutritionist, helping millions of people globally. We have concerns about product quality. People will say, oh, it's not FDA approved. Well, ours has been FDA tested. It's been FDA legally reviewed, and we're imported, and we can prove it. And we can show you that we're made in a manufacturing plant that's FDA registered. Our warehouse is FDA registered. We do more than anybody else. We are Health Canada approved. We are organic certified, natural certified, actually 2 different natural certifications, halal certified, kosher certified manufacturing plant. We've recently been given kosher approval of our V Pro shake. We will continue to invest behind the scenes to help show the quality of our products and programs. And then not least, as I already said, you'll hear people go, oh, is the product work? Does it taste good? Does it cost too much? We've got that taken care of. So when you look at an opportunity for health, wealth, living, or giving, there's nobody else like Jump. So now I'm going to actually turn it over to Neil to go through what I consider one of the most important documents, which is our Get It Started training. Neil.
Well, thank you, ma'am, and welcome everybody. The reason I am not on camera is I am once again using my cell phone, and I won't get into why until later. You notice on the Getting Started training, and you guys have heard my story, the difference between a recruiter and a sponsor. A recruiter will sign someone up and leave them. A sponsor will enroll somebody and actually take the time to do what they're supposed to do. So you'll notice on the Getting Started training at the top are goals. Now, what I do, I have people make their first goal at 22 days, and then I'll have them do 90 days, 1 year, and 5 years. That's what I do. And I do that on all 4. Now, obviously, the giving, that's a little bit different because it's someone's, passion, their charity of their choice or what have you. But it just so happens right now, it's Walk to Give. Now, when you're looking to helping somebody get their kit for free, especially in today's world, I'm averaging about $300 a month savings on my grocery and restaurant bill. If you add in my 3 for free, it's upwards of 500. So if you're looking at the action steps, when somebody calls me or texts me and they've been in the business for 2 or 3 days and they ask me how to get someone to their site, I literally lose my mind because I don't understand how somebody can take somebody's money, sell them a dream, sell them a hope, and not do what they're supposed to do. Unfortunately, that happens in this industry and pretty much every industry. So action step number one is very simple. We have to let our people know that we have 2 sites. And people ask me all the time, why do we have 2 sites? The answer is very simple. The FTC frowns on companies that only has 1 site, and here's why. In their eyes, it looks like the company is trying to push an opportunity on customers. So we're actually building you 2 sites. And as a disclaimer, if there's a guest on here, please do not go to my site and order anything. I'm just giving you an example. If I'm going through someone's welcome call, right now I'm going to say you've got 2 sites, painfree.jumptohealth.com. That is for your customers. And secondly, painfree.jumptowealth. That is for executives. Now, I actually go a step further. I let them know on both sites. They can literally click shop now, play around on the site, look at all the a la cartes, look at all the kits, and whatever's intriguing to them, they can go order or tell their prospect. And then I also go a step further on the Jump to Wealth. And I tell people, if your prospect is just looking for some information to look at and they don't want the information overload, I will copy and paste the 17-minute video to them. Now, if you have someone that says, hey, I want to look at everything, I'll let that new person know that the actual video is on their Jump to Wealth site. So send them that one. That way they can look at all the 3 for free, our revenue sharing plan, watch the video, etc. That's how I do it. And they have to download this app. I still get calls, people telling me they don't have the app downloaded. So if they're not equipped to go do their business, how in the world are they going to do it? The answer is they're not. On the second one, on the Go Social, I'll be very, very plain, very upfront. Some people they're embarrassed or they're just shy. They don't feel comfortable putting their before picture on their social media wall. The last thing we want is anybody to be uncomfortable. So what I do is say, hey, just say something like this. I'm so excited. I just got introduced to a company that offers a 100% clean, natural, and drug-free product line. I'm so happy to start my health journey. Whatever that is the start of going social. Now, I do tell them, if they would, it probably helps them keep accountable, and it helps the team if they want to do their before picture in our private Facebook page. And if they don't want to do that, then that's still fine. Now, number 3, this is where I take a minute, because here's why. Each individual's personal goals are different. And the reason I go back to this, because if someone has just enrolled, they probably haven't had time to go through all of their goals yet. So I spend just a minute here on number 3, because here's why. Say somebody just wants to get their product for free. And I'm on the welcome call and I tell them to go make a list of 100 people. Well, I just completely blew them out of the water and we've probably lost them. They don't want to make a list of 100 people. That's why you have to sit and talk with your brand new prospects, your brand new executives, etc. You've got to at least have an idea of where their goal is. If somebody just wants to get their product for free, I tell them to go social and make a list of 10 or 12 people that they hang out with, they love, know, trust, what have you. And then I say, hey, if you've got a bigger goal, if you want to make $1,500 to $2,000 a month over the next 60 days or less, you should probably make a list of 100 because you need the numbers working for you. especially in today's world. Everybody's scatterbrained. They're listening to everything they shouldn't be listening to and not listening to what they should be. So I take it and break that down for them, because you have to understand where each person is at to understand the goal, to understand the blueprint to give them. And number four is follow up with the prospect, a three-way call. Most of you's heard me do this a million times. The reason we put in 24 to 48 hours of them watching the 17-minute video, reviewing their website, whatever that is, the information is fresh in their brain, because we cannot talk at people. We have to talk with people. And if you're a leader on this line, or you want to be, we can talk with 25 to 50 people a day. We cannot try to sell 25 to 50 people a day, because what a lot of people want to do, they want to skip 2 or 3 steps and then just put them on the phone with one of the leaders here and let us try to close them. Well, that may work in the short term, but it's not going to work for longevity. And then let them know about our private Facebook pages. Those are very powerful. It keeps them plugged in. They can see the inspiring stories on the New You and 22 community. They can see people getting welcomed. They see Jimmy Rowe, after 20 years of pain, didn't use his cane to get out of bed. That's powerful. That's what those Facebook pages are for. And then they get to hear some of the stories on our executive page. And then I just break it down. The easy steps. It's called expose, follow up, close. Go to the next slide, Audrey. Now, everybody likes, including myself, I like a blueprint. Now, I've been doing this long enough to know I have my own system on my notepad, but if I get to look, if I'm brand new and I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? The first thing you'll see is 3 for free. Now, it doesn't matter whether you get your product for free first or you get 3 executives. All this is a guide to show you the simplicity of what we're doing. Week 1, week 2, week 3, because if everybody had a goal to hit bronze VIP their first 60 days or less, now everybody's not going to do that, but it's our job to let them know, look how simple this is to track. You've got whatever kit, you know, you've got more than 125 in personal volume, whether it's from yourself or whether it's from your customers. And then you can look at your group volume and you keep adding that over and over and over again. And we're looking for $1,500 in total group volume. Now, by this time, they should already know Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, Thursday night at 9 o'clock, we have 2 calls done by corporate and or a leader in the field. And that's something that they should plug into every Tuesday or Thursday if possible. If not, please let them know that we have a recording. So just for a second, take a look at this bronze VIP blueprint. When we talk about simplicity, when we're talking about other companies have to jump through hoops, they have to keep this balanced and this and this and this and this. Yes, there is a structure here, but it's the simplest structure I've ever seen. Get your product for free and help 3 people that want to go make a couple $100 or more. And you see what happens as you're able to track your process. Number 1, you start to get excited. I only need 1 more customer to get my product for free and help enhance their lives. And I'm only 2 executives away from making pretty much your $500 or $600 back. Now, when you look at the game plan, this is for someone that's serious, okay? And we don't treat anybody any different. Somebody wants to make $300 a month to pay the car payment. They're just as important as somebody that wants to do what you see here on the leadership game plan. So for people that's serious, if you'll just take the blueprint from bronze VIP and you duplicate that out, look at the gold leader blueprint. All we have done is multiplied the bronze VIP by 3 times. And yes, those figures are correct. There are goals. Actually, the monthly income is a little higher than that because we make $2,000 in just bonuses. Now, just take a look at that just for a second. And let's just use the $1,000. Let's say they missed a goal or something. Let's just use $1,500 to $2,000. For only $10,000 in group volume, people can make an extra $2,000 a month with gusts up to $3,500 a month. Do you know how many people in this country right now do not make $3,500 a month at a job they've been at for 10, 15, 20, 30 years? In case you guys don't know, about 50% of the population makes that or less. So let that resonate for a second. Now, you are going to come across people that say, I've had enough, enough's enough. I'm sick and tired of working 50, 60, 70 hours a week for somebody that I don't even know or pretty much don't even like. Take a look at the Diamond Leadership Bonus. Do you understand that it's now 7% of the population make this kind of money in the United States? I'm not sure about Canada. In the United States, now I'm not talking about the 18,000. I'm talking about $7,000 to $10,000 a month. You are now in the top 7 to 9% incomes in the United States. And I'm almost 90% sure it's in North America. What if this right here, what if this took you 36 to 48 months to hit diamond? Is what you're currently doing going to pay you $7,000 to $18,000 a month, working 10 to 12 hours a week? You notice I didn't say 5 to 6. This is a pretty aggressive goal here. Working 10 to 12 hours a week. Do you understand that you can make this kind of money by helping people get their product for free, by helping people hit that first rank? And everybody knows how I break this down to the simplest form. Bronze VIP is $1,500 in volume. Gold is $10,000. Diamond is $75,000. Is it fair to say, if you help enough people hit that very first rank, mathematics will take over? And I've already got it figured out. I've got to help about 344 people hit bronze VIP or bronze before I hit triple diamond. The only reason I haven't hit it yet is because I haven't talked to enough people. I haven't done enough welcome calls. I haven't done enough three-way calls yet. So Audrey, next slide, please. Now, the three-way calls. This is probably 1995 when I heard this. That's back when you had to pay $3 a month to get the three-way calls put on your home phone. It is the most powerful, least inexpensive tool used in network marketing. And that still rings true today. I do not understand the fear or why people don't use this tool. And a little bit of it is because of a communication breakdown, which is our fault. This is not some slick-tongued salesman that's wearing a four-piece suit from New Jersey doing this sales call. A three-way call is nothing more than an introduction, tell a little bit about the founders, a little bit about the product, a little bit about the company and your story, and answer a question or two. That's all that is. Now, are there one or two ignorant people in the world that ain't going to do nothing? Yes, that's just the way it is. But people tell me all the time, well, they didn't want to do a three-way call. And it's awful funny because I hear it every time. I've never met a group of 10 people that all 10 didn't want to do it. And the real reason is it's the person that's doing the call is scared to death. But if we take the time and tell them what this is, it's edification. If I'm going to do a three-way call with Tina Hicks and I've got a lady on the phone, it's introduction and edify. I'm going to tell this prospect, Tina's got 25 years in the direct sales industry. She's been at the top of a couple compensation plans. She's helped a ton of people. She is a health coach. And the reason she's made a lot of money is because she cares. And then I'm going to introduce Tina to, say, Sally. Hey, Tina, Sally's a hairdresser. She's been doing it for about 20 years. She's already seen our 17-minute video, and she loves the way our shake tastes. Tina meets Sally. I'm going to hit mute. That's it. Make sure you edify each person, because the person on the phone is more important as the person that's talking to them. So all we're doing is having a conversation, and you have to use this. Tina is an expert in the industry. Now, when I first started, people know that I was not an herbologist, nor did I know anything about herbs. But this right here made sense to me, because I was able to put a guy named Bob Middleton on the phone and shut my mouth, and he did all the work for me, because what you're doing is edifying. You've heard this a million times. You cannot be a prophet in your own land. And this is what's amazing about the human brain. People will do something for strangers before they will you. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me, but it's the way it is. So if you are currently not using three-way phone calls, there's a reason why you're not making the income that you want to make, or you haven't hit the goal that you want to hit. My goal is to do between 50 and 75 three-way calls a day when we get in full-blown momentum. And let me close with this before I bring on our president. You guys have to understand the power of this coaching, this whole gamut. I want you to picture this, and I want you, and there's a lot of leaders on the line, and I want the people that's on this to hear me. When we are bringing on brand new people, not everybody is a type A personality. There are people that's nervous. They have legitimate fear. So if you're sitting at a ball game, okay, and someone says, hey, what do you do? That person is going to clam up and probably say, well, I'm with this health and nutrition company. We've been around for 4 years, and our products are 100% clean and natural, and I feel great. Well, the person sitting right beside them thinks they're probably crazy. Now, let's go with option B. You're at that same baseball game, sitting on the bleacher. They say, what do you do? I'm a certified health coach. I hope that just rang through your eardrums. Every proverbial wall, everything that's weird, everything that made them nervous is gone. Well, you're a certified health coach. Oh, boom, 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 boom. They start asking question after question after question. All of a sudden, you're not selling a thing. You're answering their questions. And I want to touch one more time on the welcome call. If you are not doing welcome calls, you are failing your new executive 10 times more than you're failing yourself. And I want you to put yourself in the first job you ever had. You've got to be there at 9 o'clock Monday morning. You're half scared and you're half nervous. You walk in your first job. The manager walks up to you and says, hey, how are you? Glad you can make it. I'll see you at lunch. And he or she walks off. What do you think that person is going to do? They're going to quit, leave, or sit there and do nothing. This is a business. Why would you think this is any different? If you don't spend the 15 minutes with the person and let them know they have 2 websites, they have an app, make a list, share the video, share the product video of their choice, and give them the blueprint on what to do, what makes you think they're going to do anything? So guess what they do? They do nothing, and they check out and they quit. That's called a recruiter versus a sponsor. So that right there was just a high-level overview for time. I promise you this, if you'll master the GST, all 5 steps, if you will master the welcome calls, and you'll spend that little bit of time giving that brand new person the direction they need, not only is it the right thing to do, but everybody will win. So it's my honor and probably more of my pleasure to bring on my favorite president of any company I've ever been with. So Randy, take it away, buddy.
Thank you so much, Neil. I so appreciate you. And I just have to tell you, I don't know about all of you who've on this call, but I am so pumped up and fired up right now, just as a result of listening through Audrey and Neil. When you listen to everything that we've talked about today so far, it is amazingly simple, yet it is doable. You have to do the work. But when you think about what we're able to do and how we can shift not just ourselves, but our customers and the people that we work with, it's just really, really amazing. And I hope that you can see the ease and the tools that are here. So having the tools is one thing, but really what happens is utilizing those tools. And as you're going through this certification process, and Neil, you said it beautifully when you talk about that you are a certified coach, that gives you a position, not so much that you have authority over people, but they look at you differently, right? So this is how you avoid all of the objections and all that. But you must, in my opinion, you must be at the top of your game, right? So when you're talking about being a certified coach, you want to have that internally. You want to feel it, you want to know it, and you want to be proud of it. And the only way that happens is through really assimilating the knowledge that is here for you to do. So let's look at the beginning of this process. So if you look at the certification and you go into your app, and Audrey talked about it, hit on it so you can have one of these super cool t-shirts, right? And so you can go into the training and you can look through the products, take all the tests, go through the whole process. I think there's 10 quizzes. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember the exact number, but you go through the process, you complete that. Once you complete that, now you understand the products. You're not, and it's not that you don't want to rely on others, but when you have the knowledge yourself, it gives you a degree of confidence that you can answer some of the basic questions. If somebody comes up with something complex, well, you know there's enough people for you to refer to and do a three-way call with, but at least you have the knowledge yourself of what's possible. So let's talk about learning and earning. So when you're learning and you're earning, and you can see you completed the vegetable power quiz, and you can see all the badges that you get. And as you're talking to people about their goals, so imagine now that you have this information, you have this knowledge, and you're talking to people, and they say, you know what, my energy level is low. And you now know about Accelerate because you took the quiz, you passed, you completed, right? You can share with them about the product, how it works, right? Somebody's having gut issues, the same thing. You have enough knowledge where you can, as a certified coach, start the process, right? And work with people and really give them information and come from a position of strength, not a position like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me see if I can get somebody to help you. No, coming from a position of strength as the expert. And it doesn't mean you have to know everything. If you don't know something, you can easily refer them to another coach or somebody who's working with you, a mentor, myself, Audrey. There's plenty of people for you to do that, but having the basic, powerful knowledge that's here, this by itself, utilizing just these tools of being a certified coach can literally change your business. So let's go into what's going to happen next. Now, this is where it takes it up to a whole nother level, right? Where you now, when you say that you are a coach, you literally will have the knowledge to be a health coach. Each chapter, there's 12 chapters, 12, generally it takes you 12 weeks. You can actually do it and you can do it at your pace. But what you will find out, each chapter, your basic physiology, digestion, carbohydrates, all the things that you hear Audrey talk about so easily, right? But you'll have enough knowledge to answer the questions, to talk through, to give you that position of understanding what you're talking about and how you go about it. Not just the knowledge, but also being a demonstration of possibility. I cannot tell you how important that is, that you're a demonstration of it, right? That you're living it. You don't have to wait to be, like I said earlier, you don't have to be at the end of the journey. You can be on the journey talking about each and every step that you're taking as you're moving through, and you're bringing other people in that say, yeah, how many of us have talked to people say, oh, I just want to help people. Well, now you can show them how they can do that, how they can have the knowledge to really be able to assist people in accomplishing their goals. Because the truth of the matter is more and more people are getting obese and the situations with our health are getting worse. So we are needed now more so than ever before. What we're doing and how we're going about it. When you look at what's happening financially to people, you look at what's happening to their health, their stress, and all the different things that are happening. When you have this kind of knowledge, you have the knowledge of minerals, vitamins, weight training, how to work with people with stress, right? And be able to ask those questions. And I'm just going to share this because I think it's so very important. As you're going through this process, I really hope and pray that you take this seriously, because Audrey, myself, Neil, we've all put in enormous amount of work to have this be a tool that allows us to have the impact that we know we can have on people's lives. When you hear the testimonials, you hear the stories, you hear the results that people are having based on coaches sharing information, sharing the product, and people actually getting on the products and finding out they're saying yes. So when you have that ability and we can impact that change, but what's the change that must take place first? The change that must take place first always happens within yourself. It has to start with you. And as you go through this process, I'm going to just tell you step one, as we go through the next slide, Audrey, we talk about building your coaching business. So when you go through building your business, what's the first thing I want you to do? Right? And I want you to do this today when you get off this call. If you don't do anything else, do this today. I want you to go look in the mirror and check in on yourself and say to yourself, ask yourself this question, knowing what you want to accomplish. Who must I become in order to get the results that I want in my life? What must I do? And then after you do that and really get clear on that, I want you to do something that you may not have done. It's going to sound crazy to you, but I want you to do this. So if you, and this will let you know how serious you are about your own business and about yourself. Because what if what I'm about to tell you actually works and it changes your life? And you know what? Half of you on this call won't even do it. But for the half of you that really do it, I want you to just look in the mirror and I want you to give yourself a high five. And then after you give yourself a high five and celebrate that you're now going to help yourself be successful, that you're willing to commit, right? You're willing to commit, to learn, to grow, to do the things necessary to serve and assist other people in doing the same thing. And then I want you to go look for, I don't know if I can get this out, this book. It's called The High Five Habit by Mel Robbins. The High Five Habit by Mel Robbins. And get this book from Amazon. And she talks about how looking in the mirror every morning, giving yourself a high five, congratulating yourself before you get started, and understanding and doing the things that will literally make a difference in your life more so than anything else. And practice, because again, you are the example of possibility. And as you do that, as you become that example, you will attract more and more people. Secondly, what I would love for you to do is the person that you're working with, your sponsor, your coach, your mentor, whoever you're working with, I want you to share in detail your why, but not just your why from a common sense. I want you to take it to a level that you truly feel it and understand it and know what you're here to do. And understanding that that's going to happen as a result of the people that you work with to get that actually shift their life. So we're at a time when it is thoroughly important that we do this and we just follow a simple process. So remember this as we close down for today. Every coach had a coach that inspired them. And so as we go to the next, and I think it's, next in our final slide, every coach had a coach that inspired them to be a coach. I always share with people this one true belief of mine. Be wary of the coach that has no coach, because all of us have to continue to grow. You heard Audrey talk about how she starts her morning and personal development. I do something very similar with my meditations and prayer and working out at this, but we all have mentors. We have people that we depend on because you know what? All of us are human. All of us have blind spots. We can all learn. And if we can get in this place where we're supporting each other and changing our lives, I use a process that I want to share with you. It's called the AVAR process. You've heard me talk about that. And the A is for awareness, awareness of who you are and awareness of what you truly want to have in your life, right? And how you want to be of service, how you want to make that difference. The V is a vision for how do you see yourself. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I think is so sad is that many of us walk around this earth and we think and we act like we got so much damn time in the world. We act like, I can get to it tomorrow. Well, there is no tomorrow. Today is the day. When you get off this call, do something that you haven't done before to move and build your business. Actually go into the next A on the AVAR process is action, aligned action, right? So make sure your action is aligned with your must-haves. Your vision will be your value-added must-haves. And you can go back through some of the 12-week trainings and get more information on that. And finally, the R is responsibility, being responsible for your life, and please taking a responsibility for the people that you promised, that you worked with, that you talked to, that said, I can coach you. Because when you make a commitment to be a coach, it is a two-way street. Now, also that person has to do their side. They have to fulfill their side of the bargain. If they're not willing to fulfill their side of the bargain, then hey, let them go. I have no problem with that. But set the parameters where you make sure and you ensure that you are taking care of your side of the street and you're doing all the things necessary. Audrey has made it very, very simple and easy for all of us to have a level of success if we choose to. So I really want to thank you for taking the time to get on to this webinar today. I really, really will urge you to go look in the mirror, do the exercise, go order the book, do the things that you haven't done before. Be willing to stretch yourself past where you've been. And if all of us on this call today take those simple steps, literally, we can change the world. I believe that in my heart and soul. And I want to thank you all for taking some time to be with us today and enjoy the rest of your weekend. This webinar is officially wrapped.